What would you say is the biggest misconception of your job?
Of that, yeah. So I think founding the nonprofit, was I used to compare it to like seeing an iceberg above the surface of the water. They say maybe like 10% is above the surface, but if you could go down below, you would see what was really down there. And so I think I quit my job and jumped into that, seeing the 10%, and then, in 10 years got to go under and see it all. And so, but I think a couple misconceptions that I thought of in being the founder of a nonprofit specifically, since we worked with children from 4th to 12th grade, I think a lot of people assumed that I personally spent a lot of time with the kids. And, there was some flexibility where I probably could have spent more time with the kids if I chose to do that. But the founder and the executive director, the founder, the person that's really having to create and get it off the ground, doesn't typically have the liberty of doing a lot of the on the ground work with the children. So, so that's why, I hired a staff and built out a team, but I think that was a misconception, was that I started something for youth that people thought I was with the youth all the time, and I was more at a computer and having meetings and stuff like that. And then the second thing I wrote down is, occasionally, not a lot, but a lot of people think because of that, I have an entrepreneurial bent. And what I've learned about myself, especially after marrying Jamal, who really does have an entrepreneurial bent, is that there's a difference between starting a nonprofit, especially with the partnership of a large mega church that offers a lot of money from the jump. There's a difference between that and then a for-profit where an entrepreneur is really going out and risking a lot. And I don't really have that risky, I'm going to put my, my own money and time and effort and, things into something that then to, I guess, work for the profit. On this side, I had to raise the money, and that was risky, but it just didn't feel quite as personally risky as now where my husband is in starting his small business. But I support him, and it's going well, but I've just learned that there is a difference when people used to say that I was an entrepreneur, or that maybe I could do this or this or this in the future, that's not quite the same thing as people who start for-profit businesses. Maybe saying was just, there was a lot of misconception that our organization, that the term mentoring always refers to like academic achievement or success. And that was a big part of our hope for the kids in South Dallas. It definitely wasn't our like only focus or our only goal, is that we would mentor kids to graduate from high school or to get to college. That was a part of it, but our organization was just very, or tried to be at least, very holistic, and we weren't just about like school and academics. That was just a part of it.